Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Blitz Renegade, back with another video. If you're new to the channel, the Royal Red Zone channel, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. Today is February 26, 2025, and I'm making a video on the $5 billion, billion with the B, scam that WWE did on Netflix. Here we go, guys. I have phone call footage that I will be putting at the end of the video for you guys to hear. Triple H and a Netflix executive on the phone, and this is the Netflix executive talking to Triple H after the first week, after the first month of Netflix, after it was finished. So get ready. The end of the video is going to be crazy stuff, guys. Okay, let's dive right into this. WWE signed a 10-year, $5 billion deal with Netflix, making it the home of WWE Monday Night Raw. That sounds so great on paper. But you guys, $5 billion for this WWE is not worth it. The numbers are laughable. Listen to this, you guys. In the early 2000s and the late 1990s, Raw was doing 8 to 10 million, competing with Monday Night Football. I wasn't alive then, but I've looked back on the Attitude Era, the Austins, the Rocks, the Mick Foleys, the Stone Colds, the Vince McMahons. Like, dude, they were hitting on all the key demographics. It was terrible. Now, Monday Night Raw averages a 1.4. But somehow we're in a boom period. Somehow this is the greatest WWE has ever been. Somehow this is the Netflix era. This is the Renaissance era. This is the boom era. This is the Paul Levesque era. He's ushering in all these eras. In my opinion, this is the Gaslight and the Jobber era. This is doo-doo. This is garbage. This is another thing that I want to talk about. I'm kind of going off script a little bit. I have a script. I'll get back on it in a second. But the next thing I want to talk about is everyone always tells me that the roster is stacked to the brim. And I just talked about this. If the roster's so stacked, why aren't we using women like the women the way that they should be? Why are we bringing back Trish Stratus to fight at Elimination Chamber in Toronto again? Why are we doing that? If the roster's so stacked, why is The Rock coming out there talking about, I want your soul, Cody Rhodes? Why can't Cody Rhodes build his own WrestleMania story? Oh, you know why? Because Hunter doesn't know what to do with his booking. Hunter has no clue what he's doing back there. The Elimination Chamber, trying to balance Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania all in the span of, 3 to 4 months is hard for that dude. He's got no clue. Shout out to BC Amplified and shout out to Vince Russo. I'll touch on BC Amplified's point first. Hunter has no clue what he's doing back there. He just wants to be friends with everybody. And then shout out Vince Russo. He said, what Triple H is doing is as if Vince Russo wanted to be a wrestler. If Vince Russo was out there trying to be a wrestler every week, the Road Dogg and Triple H and all these other jobbers would be back there laughing at him like, you don't know what you're doing wrestling? So let real writers do the job. And then you could take all the credit for it. You're going to take all the credit for it anyway. So get somebody in who knows what they're doing and just go ahead and put your name on it. No one would even really be that mad at you. Let Hunter cook. Hunter's cooking all right, and he's burning the kitchen to smithereens, and the fire department can do nothing about it. This dude needs to be fired and removed from that position. Another thing, him putting himself in the Hall of Fame when they lost over 1.5 million views. They lost half their viewership, and this jobber is putting himself in the Hall of Fame. Talk about stroking your own ego. I can't stand Triple H. I cannot stand Triple H. Vince McMahon would never do some bull crap like that. And he's done even worse things than what this dude does. But just from an optics perspective, just optics alone, why are you putting yourself in the Hall of Fame, bro? You're a jobber. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, Paul, but no. You don't get to just go you doing the fake surprise or whatever, playing Shawn Michaels music at some WWE town hall meeting. What? You guys mean to tell me that you guys have meetings and you play your theme songs to walk out to go do the meeting? Seriously? You guys are a bunch of losers. Okay, moving on, because I just got riled up. There's so much I can talk about with this. This is a good topic, but I want to keep it brief. I want to just, I want to just stay on point. Next, the WWE left the USA Network. Why would you cut off a relationship with the USA Network that you had since the 90s? Man, they had that relationship since the early 90s. Monday Night Raw was on USA for over 40 years. And y'all want to cut ties with them because of you want to take it off. You know what happened probably? I bet you they were tired of their ratings going down and they wanted to blame. Oh, you know what they were doing? They were blaming it on people cutting the cord. So many people are moving to these streaming. I can hear Triple H right now. Oh, so many people are cutting the cord and they're moving to streaming services, and all these homes have Netflix. So what we're going to do is we're going to take WWE and make it global. We're going to make it global so that all homes in America and all homes across the world in every continent and country will have Monday Night Raw. But you know what, you jobber? All the homes have WWE Monday Night Raw. And only 1.4 million homes are tuning into that garbage because you don't know what you're doing. Going back to the USA Network. And this is the funny thing. They just threw them, here's SmackDown. You guys can just have SmackDown, So the network of USA Network should be disrespected and felt like disrespected. You're gonna give me your B show, basically, the second pick show, because so basically Netflix is like that pretty girl that you always wanted, and then you finally get that pretty girl and you're like, man, I should have just kept my girl over here who was doing everything right, and she treated me so much better than this girl. This is the popular girl, but you had the girl who actually cared about you. You wanted the girl who had all the status and all the fame and all the money, when you should have kept that girl who was going to be with you when you were broke, when you were sick, when you were hungry. That was USA for the WWE, but they wanted to go with the popular girl. And now they're getting drugged through the mud because they're broke. They're in jail. They're going through all the ups and downs of lives. They're getting their butt kicked by these ratings. And they don't have a leg to stand on because so many people are opening up their eyes to this jobberness that I was talking about. And and SmackDown's not doing any better. They're losing viewership too. So we can't sit here and act like they're doing any better. And that's why they brought The Rock back the other night. Because they were getting a 1.3, what, I don't know the number, but they were probably in the 1.2. So they were like, oh, just bring Dwayne back. And then he goes out there and does nothing. But it's just frustrating for me. And then the last thing of all time is, like I said, we are in the gaslighting era. All these WWE people who are on YouTube and they want to sit here and act like this WrestleMania build is so good and Triple H is cooking. They're liars and they're just drinking the company Kool-Aid. All these dirt sheets like Fightful Select. What is a Fightful Select? What is that? What is Fightful? Like, get out of here with that. They're jobbers. They literally have a press conference and people will go in there and they'll talk after the post-media scrum. And they'll just talk, like, ask questions about a fake sport to the real people behind the screen. They're just like, what's your favorite song to listen to before your match? Or how do you get prepared for this match against this person? What do you mean, how do you get prepared? It's a fake TV show. Like, there's no preparing for this. You just rehearse your lines, rehearse your script, and go do it. I can't understand this. Why we want to treat it like it's a real sport. It's the dumbest thing ever. And so back on topic, the attendance. That's another thing. Have you guys heard? This is the last thing. Two more things. So the last thing is The second to last thing is, have you guys heard them talk about how this is another sellout crowd out here in Cincinnati, or they were in Charlotte, North Carolina, or wherever else they've been. I can't remember the last couple places they've been. I think they were just in like Texas or somewhere, but they haven't said anything about this being a sellout crowd. This is a this is a ruckus crowd, sold out, packed to the brim here. They haven't said none of that. And then I haven't heard them say, other than at, where would they say that? They always used to talk about this is the third largest gate, or the second largest gate, or the largest gate in history. Nobody knows what that means. Well, I'm going to tell you. It means that they're price gouging the tickets like they do for the Super Bowl. They're charging an arm, a leg, a thigh, a butt cheek, a tooth, an ear, everything to get into that place. They're charging every body part you have. You got to sell an organ. You got to sell your house. You got to sell your dog. You got to sell your car. Anything you have. Become a sperm donor. Anything you got to do, you have to do that in order to get into this show. And then you go in there, and it's Ludwig Kaiser versus Penta versus I don't even know his name. Butch. Done. That's the match. That's the main event for the night. For at a premium live event. That's gonna be that's the main event of that event. And you're just like, really? Like, man, I was told that this was a new era. I was told that, this was the best of the best and the best wrestle here, And then the other thing, last thing, since I said that, the best wrestle here, AEW. I fell into this trap of just like saying that AEW was garbage and AEW was trash and just like crapping on AEW. It's AEW is doing great for what it is. It's a newer wrestling promotion. WWE is the apex. WWE's average should be like 6 to 7 million, like weekly. Like they should never be dipping below, like 3 to 4 should be like that should be the lowest that they get. But to be pulling 1.4, 1.5 and then talking crazy about a company that's 5 to 6 years old is just crazy to me. It's almost like you're compensating because your numbers are terrible. And they just need to go back to what they were doing, building stories, pushing people who actually make sense. Stop it with just wrestling for no reason. Stop wrestling in the same old matches. Stop lying to the fans. And just, they need to just be better. There's so much more that I could talk about, but I think I'm going to go ahead and let you guys hear this voice recording. It will be in the next segment. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in to the Royal Red Zone channel. It's your boy, Blitz Renegade. This is a Netflix executive after a month of the Netflix on with WWE Raw, talking to Triple H. All right, give it a listen.
Hello, yes, hi, good afternoon. This message is how you doing? This is Eddie from Full Sail University. And Steve, you're still interested in our sportcasting program? Hello?
Hello, scammer.
Scammer.
We know you're a scammer.
Oh, you know we were a scammer. Okay. So what makes you say this is not cool?
No, this is Jake Elliott.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so the reason that I was calling because the number that we have here on our file, Tyrone, trying to reach out to him, and we definitely
I don't rule, but I'm tired of my phone getting blown up every day by the scamming website. So you can go ahead and quit calling me.
Yeah. What's your name again? I'm so sorry.
Dick Butkus.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you have a good day, okay, brother?
Nah.